Did you know that the sounds that you choose on YouTube Shorts right now could be the difference between your video flopping or your video going viral? Or maybe you didn't realize that a 3-second difference in how long your video is could also be the difference between your video flopping or going viral. But those two things are small stakes compared to the two other tips I'm going to share with you towards the end of this video, because if you're not using the right sounds right now, posting with the right lengths, hitting the right metrics, or using YouTube's latest feature, it's the reason that you're not going viral on YouTube Shorts. In fact, this creator literally just made all these changes and was able to gain over 100,000 subscribers in just a 30-day period after flopping over and over again on YouTube. And the same exact thing can happen to you if you simply implement these tips. Change number one is you need to make sure that you're actually posting content that's the right length, because YouTube doesn't just classify viewers based off of the topic of the content that they watch or what type of content they're searching for. They also base them based off of how long they actually spend watching content. So here's the deal. You might be creating the right content to hit the right audience on YouTube, but you're not getting views simply because the length of your content was off. So here's what you need to do. The next time you go to create a piece of content on YouTube, I need you to do a search for the title that you're about to use, and then I also want you to filter by recently uploaded. If you don't see shorts that look like the one that you're about to create, this is a huge red flag, and it's actually a warning sign saying that you shouldn't upload a piece of content on this, because if there are no past references for YouTube pushing out content like that, well, guess what? It is a very low odds that your video is actually going to get pushed out. And the second thing that you need to do is you need to click into those videos and see exactly how long they are, because if you're creating content that is a 3-second or more difference from those videos, well, guess what? YouTube is going to end up not pushing out your content, and as a result, your ideal audience isn't going to see that piece of content, and this is why you're not going viral, you're not getting the views that you want, or you're not getting the subscribers that you see your competitors getting. And you need to make sure that you're not ignoring this, because I literally get comments on my videos every single day saying, Rob, I'm creating better content than my competitors. I'm creating better content for my audience, but nobody's seeing it. And it's probably because you're creating content that's the wrong length, or you're making this next error, which is that you're not using sounds that actually create an emotional appeal for your audience. And I know what you're thinking right now. Rob, are you serious? Does the sound really matter that much on YouTube Shorts? And it does. In fact, I want to prove it to you. When's the last time that you watched a scary movie? Now think about watching that scary movie with the sound off. I bet it's not that scary anymore. The last time that you watch an action film or a comedy, again, turn the sound off, and I bet it's not as funny as you thought it was. The same exact thing goes for your content. So if you're not using a sound that actually creates an emotional response within your audience or sets up the pacing of the video or what they're supposed to feel, well, guess what ends up happening? It's not as funny to them, or it's not as intriguing to them, or it's not as scary to them, whichever one of those emotions you're trying to hit. And this could be the reason that nobody's sticking around to watch your content, and then boom, as a result, YouTube actually thinks that your competitors' videos are funnier, are better, and that is why they're getting more views than you, simply because you didn't add the right sound for that right situation. And this is a massive mistake that I bet you're making right now. And that's exactly why I strongly recommend that you use today's video sponsor, Epidemic Sound. In fact, I never create a YouTube video without first using Epidemic Sound to be able to create that emotional appeal that I want within my audience, because Epidemic Sound makes it incredibly easy for you to browse sounds based off of the genre of music or sound, even based off of the emotion that you're trying to create within your audience and the feel that you're trying to go for. And best of all, every sound that you'll find on Epidemic Sound is copyright free, so you don't have to worry about it being taken down or you getting a copyright strike. And I got you an exclusive discount code. If you use code RB30 and go to the pinned comment below, you're gonna get 30 days free access to Epidemic Sound. I mean, what do you have to lose? All you have to do is sign up below for free, start using their sounds, and you're gonna start to see an increase in the amount of views that you're getting, because you're gonna be having a better emotional response from your audience. This is gonna make them like your content even more, watch your content more frequently, and it could even get you more subscribers. So what are you waiting for? I never make a video without first using Epidemic Sound, because it allows me to sleep easy at night knowing that the sounds that I'm choosing are copyright free and that I'm not going to get a strike against my account or a decrease in views for using the wrong sound like you will see if you go with other music providers. So what are you waiting for? Go to that pinned comment below, use code RB30 and register right now for 30 days free access. But that's not all you need to do. There are two other changes you need to make sure that you're making, because if you're messing up one of these two things, it's going to be the reason you're failing to get the views that you want on YouTube right now during the easiest time ever to get views on YouTube Shorts. And the first thing you need to make sure that you're doing is actually choosing the right titles when it comes to your YouTube Shorts. Like I shared with you earlier, before you create a video, you should actually be going through and doing the research to see if YouTube has a history of pushing out content on that topic. And now what you want to do is not create your title too early. So you should be doing that research first, and then I want you to make a list of all the other videos titles that show there, because what you should be doing is trying to make your title better than those titles, because a lot of creators right now will start with a topic, they'll just come up with a random title, ask AI for a title, ask ChatGPT for a title, and then they go with it. And this is a massive mistake, because you need to understand something. Your YouTube videos do not live in a vacuum. Viewers don't only have the choice between your video and no other video. In fact, it's the complete opposite. When somebody does a search for something on YouTube, or somebody's scrolling the shorts feed, guess what? They have a lot of options. So your video title and your video idea actually has to be better than the competitors' videos that you see out there. For example, I recently uploaded a video about how to get 1,000 followers on TikTok in 8 minutes. If I look at competitors' videos, it was how to get 1,000 followers on TikTok in 30 days. So what I did was change the idea, improved on it, and that's why my video is gonna win compared to all of the other competitors' videos. People are gonna click on my video, they're gonna watch my video, they're gonna share my video as opposed to everybody else's, simply because I started with what they had and made a better idea. And you need to make sure that you're doing that same exact thing, because if you're not, you're just not gonna be successful on YouTube. In fact, this is one of the biggest mistakes I see creators make. And the second biggest mistake is they're not paying attention to their analytics, because YouTube literally tells you why your video didn't do well. And all you have to do is pay attention to the 2 analytics I'm gonna share with you. It's gonna make a massive difference in whether or not you're going viral, and it's going to give you a feedback loop so that you can actually create better content as opposed to making the same mistakes over and over again. The first metric you need to be paying attention to is your average view duration. Now, this is going to depend on the actual length of your piece of content. If you're creating a video less than 30 seconds long, you need to be hitting 100%. If you're creating a video 31 seconds or longer, you need to be aiming for 80%. And here's the deal. You need to actually look at that graph and you need to see where it drops off. If there's drop off in the beginning, it's because nobody was hooked into the piece of content you're creating. If you have drop off randomly throughout the video, there are going to be things that you did at that timestamp that were the reason that people decided to stop watching the video. And if there's drop off at the end, it means that viewers got bored, or that they thought that the video was ending, and then everything that you did after that point was actually a waste in time. And you can literally go in and edit all of these different things out, or create a new video, and it's going to have a massive effect on how many views you actually get. Because the mistake a lot of creators make when it comes to shorts is they just try to change their title or try to change something about the video, but you shouldn't actually be doing that. Instead, you should just be creating a new piece of content, fixing those things that you got wrong the first time, and this is going to skyrocket your views if you're also hitting this next metric, which is going to be that you're paying very close attention to the percentage of people that chose to view a video versus the percentage of people that swiped away on a video. So you need to be getting at least 80% of people to view your video. If you're not hitting this metric, again, it's the first 3 seconds of your video or the hook that is off. And this could be because you chose the wrong sound. It could be because you didn't do something interesting in the first 3 seconds. It could be because you didn't ask a question, or maybe you didn't have text on the screen. In fact, if you go and scroll the shorts feed right now, you're going to see that the majority of videos that show up, 1, have action immediately in the video, 2, have text on the screen, and 3, are using a sound to actually capture people's attention. Or you might have been making the mistake of not using YouTube's latest feature, which literally tells you exactly what to create that your audience wants to view. And you can watch this video right here to learn exactly how to use this feature and all the other different changes that are coming to YouTube in 2024.